Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a deep release for pelvic floor tightness or hypertonic pelvic floor. If you're a complete beginner, have a little look in the description and there are some ways that we can help you there. But if you know what you're doing, then you can come down and join me now. So we're going to start off on the floor. We know that when we get tightness in the pelvic floor, sometimes this can be really relieved by getting the diaphragm moving better with the pelvic floor, so the pelvic floor is moving better. So we know when it's stiff that it can just get a bit stuck and tight, and doing the hypopressives breathwork can get it moving, help to rebalance the muscles and just get everything working better. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to pop the hands around the rib cage here, and we're just going to do one set of the breathing here. So if you take a nice big breath in and exhale. As you inhale, just let your belly slightly rise. And exhale. And then one more breath here. Exhale. And then you're going to hold your breath, pause. Slowly stretch your ribs. You can use your hands as a guide sort of when you come into the rib stretch there. Hold that for as long as is comfortable. And then what we're going to do is just take a bigger breath than you did just then. So a nice big breath in. And exhale. Just let the belly rise a little as you breathe in. And exhale. You should be aiming for really nice ribcage movement here. Inhale. Exhale. And then hold your breath. Stretch your ribs here. Hold that, keep holding that for as long as you can. When you're ready to come out, just inhale in towards your hands. And then what we're going to do is just start to work on the right side of the rib cage near to the bottom there, and just bring your fingertips so that they're gently sort of massaging down here. So you're almost curving your fingers underneath your ribs at the front, just gradually working your way all the way towards the middle, and we'll come up again on that side. And once more, so from the bottom, just trying to release just a little bit around the diaphragm there. And then we're going to do the same on the other side, so working from the side there, just underneath the rib cage. You can just sort of bring your fingers a bit more underneath the ribs there, working your way up, back to the bottom there again. So always work gently when you're doing this. Lovely. And then one more here, so from the bottom again. Lovely. Okay, super. So what we're going to do now is have the hands on the ribs again. Really nice big breath in here. And exhale. Lovely breathing in towards your hands. And exhale. And then we're going to do one more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath, pause. Slowly stretch your ribs. Feeling that lightness and lift with the vacuum. And then inhale when you're ready. So we know that the pelvic floor mirrors the movement of the diaphragm. So the more we can get your diaphragm moving and releasing through the rib cage and that lovely 360 breath, the more we can get your pelvic floor moving, functioning better, reducing any areas of tightness there. Okay, so we're just going to move on into side lying position here, and we're going to have one hand on the rib cage here. So when you come into the vacuum, obviously you're just going to be focusing on opening more through the side here. Okay, so nice big breath in here. And exhale. Ribs are coming down. And again, inhale. And exhale. And then one more breath here. Inhale. Keep that exhale nice and light. Hold your breath, pause. Slowly stretch your ribs. Lovely, hold that for as long as you can. I'll just let mine go. And then inhale when you're ready. And then we're going to do one more on this side. So lovely big breath in. And exhale. Good, and again inhale. And exhale. One more here, inhale. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Inhale when you're ready. We're going to slowly move over to the other side. So have your arm outstretched there underneath your head. Right hand on your rib cage here. Nice big breath in. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. And then one more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath, pause. Slowly stretch your ribs. Should feel a nice stretch through the vacuum there. And then you can inhale when you're ready. And then we're going to do one more on this side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then one more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Hold that for as long as is comfortable. Then when you're ready, you're going to breathe into that free side. And then we are going to come up into quadruped position. So quadruped position here. Bring your knees together and bring your feet wide to the mat. What we're doing here, we're just creating a little bit of natural space between the sitting bones there. It's only a really small movement. It does help to open up through the back of the pelvic floor. Let's have our hands facing forwards here. It's just a little bit more comfortable. Check you haven't dropped down the back here. So lengthening through your spine. Inhale, imagine those sitting bones gently widening. As you exhale, they're relaxing. And again, inhale, sitting bones widening just a touch. Exhale, they're relaxing. And then one more here. Inhale, sitting bones widening. Exhale, sitting bones relaxing. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs here. Lovely. So you're going to take an in-breath here when you're ready. And we're going to do that again. So we're going to think about that 360 breath all the way through the ribcage and the gentle movement of the sitting bones. So inhale, 360 breaths, sitting bones widening. Exhale, relaxing. Inhale, 360 breaths, sitting bones widening. Exhale, relaxing. And then one more. Inhale, sitting bones widening, 360 breath. Exhale, sitting bones relaxing. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs here. Inhale when you're ready. Hold for as long as you can. Should feel a bit of shift in your pelvic area there. We're going to bring the knees so they're hip distance apart. Pop the elbows down so they're below your shoulders there. Pressing your forearms and hands into the floor. Inhale, imagine those sitting bones widening. Exhale, softening. And again, inhale, sitting bones widening. Exhale, softening. And then one more here. Inhale, sitting bones widening. Exhale, softening. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. You're going to inhale when you're ready. Take your time. And then we're going to come back into quadruped position. Knees together. Toes wide to the mat. Inhale, 360 breaths, sitting bones widening. And exhale. Just to say, you can make fists if you want to. Inhale, sitting bones widening. And exhale, softening. And then one more here, 360 breath. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Feel that length through your spine as you do the rib stretch. Be ready to inhale when you're ready. And then we're going to move on to the floor and just do a few just nice poses, pelvic floor release. So lengthen the right leg, bring the left leg in. Toes are going to be relaxed on both sides. Inhale and exhale. Breathing into the sides and into your back. And exhale. One more here, inhale. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. You're going to hold that for as long as is comfortable. Inhale into the sides of the ribs to come out of the rib stretch there. And then we're going to bring the right leg in and the left leg is straight out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to do one more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Gonna hold that for as long as is comfortable. Take a breath in when you're ready. And then we're going to bring the other leg in and just hold on at the front of the legs there. 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Nice, slow exhale. Keep the exhale light. You're going to hold your breath, stretch your ribs. Hold that breath, hold for as long as it's comfortable. Then when you're ready, inhale. And we're going to put the right foot onto the left knee and then just draw this other leg in towards you, grabbing behind your left thigh there. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs. Again, think about lengthening gently through the top of the head. Lovely. I want to really sort of breathe into this stretch here. So again, when you're ready, take a breath in. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs. Keep holding that breath hold. And then when you're ready to take a breath in, just going to switch over. So we're going to put the left foot onto the right knee and then just draw that left leg in towards you there. Feet relaxed. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. Keep holding that there. Take a breath in when you're ready. And then we're going to do two more breaths on this side. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. 360 breath all the way through your rib cage. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. Keep holding that for as long as is comfortable. And then we're just going to bring the legs in here again, just grabbing sort of just above the ankles there. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. Inhale when you're ready. And exhale. And then we're just going to have the feet just a little bit further out. You can just have your feet together if you prefer, or you can come into this more sort of relaxed position here with cushions under your legs if you prefer. And we're just again just going to work just a little bit through the rib cage there on each side, working just from the bottom to the top there. Do that 3 times. And then on the other side. Lovely. Just nice and gently. Good. One more there, just coming up on the left side there. Have the hands around the rib cage. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing into the sides and into your back. And exhale. And then one more here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs. Lovely, and bring your knees together, hug them in. Just going to rock from side to side there. Should feel really lovely through your rib cage there. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how you got on in the comments, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, bye.